All right, cool. Thank you. Hello, guys. This is Denise Mitchell. I am back with part 2 of my pages. Remember, I said I was going to go ahead and cut everything and have them labeled so that everything would be good to go and we could just move really quickly. But welcome again. My name is Denise Mitchell. I am a Creative Memories Advisor. And, excuse me, and we're going to have some fun on the second part of On the Mend. I know it's later, but I like coming in when it's later because everybody's in bed and everything's quiet when I'm inside the house. So we're going to start with, we did project 1 yesterday, and that was these guys right here. These were the first 2 layouts right here, which are really cute. Love them. And then we're going to go with project 2. Let's get this folded over so it's small. And so we're going to be using the I'm going to be using the Lunar Blue because I don't have any more of the Island Waters paper, the cardstock, which this is very close to it. It's just a little bit more bluer, brighter blue, which is still pretty. It matches all with everything. So for the first one, there we go, we're in perfect angle today. We're going to be looking for 4A, 8A, and 3B. So we have, let's put these aside so they're out of the way. So we need A's. Everything's, like I said, labeled so we can go right to what we're looking for. So let's find a 4. They're going to be under here. I'm just going to move those to the side so I can get to them. All right, so here go my 4s. So we're going to use 4B. Oh, no, we're not. Sorry about that. 3B. Where's my 3? Wonder where my numbers are. Of course we're going to have a problem here. Okay, so 3B, 8, 8A, there's that. And then we have our 3B, our 8A, and then 4A. And those are probably over here. There's 5B. All right. Cannot find them. Why can I not find them? Oh, they're stuck together. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so that is those. And then we'll need our red mat. And here's that one. All right, so we have everything for that guy. So the first page, we're going to take that off. This guy's gonna go there. And how do I want to put it? Do I want to put it up? Yes, I do. I want to put it up. That'll be open because you're going to put a photo there. This one's going to be here. Almost out of shot there. I'm sorry. And then that guy will go there. I just love how easy these go together. Okay. And then this will go here. All right, let's put these down. I hope everyone is doing well and had a fun Saturday. I was busy doing chores and stuff. Now this is where we're going to use the repo on this guy because, like I said, this comes off of everything, but the paper, well, it can be rubbed off the paper, it's not a problem, but it won't stick to your to your table. And then you just wipe off the excess, just like that. Super, super easy. And then back to here. I was looking at that other blue sheet behind it, which kind of threw me off a bit. All right, so that's the first page. Look how fast that was. So it works really great when you have your stuff labeled because that moves you in quicker position. You can go through and preset all of your pages to save time as well. That's another thing, but I like to show you both ways so that you can see how things work both ways. And it is better to, stack everything on here that you would be using for each page. But again, that was like less than, 2 minutes, I think. So we're going to do 4B for this guy and 4C, and then another one of my strips here. And that's it for that guy. And then this. So we'll place those together. That's going to go up here. That's going to go down here. This is going to go there. And this is going to go there. Again, a very quick. And you can save these too because a lot of the layouts can sometimes have the same letter and number. So I'm going to put this down first to get my measurement to where I need to put that. So this is just going to be like about a 1/2 inch, well, 1/4 inch away from the sides and the top. There's that one. Okay. And then he is going to, let me make sure I put that the direction so we can get our measurements right. We'll go right in the corner. There's a little bit off there. Perfect. And again, you want to use your repo tape for this. You just go straight across. Because you always want to use a little extra the repo because it is for removing and stuff like that. Now, you want to make sure that you are in the same exact spot as the other sheet. That is important so that they look the same. And that's the best part as well. When it is the repo tape, you can pull on and off. Perfect. And then just again, go ahead and just rub off those. Look, another one done. Perfect. And again, this will, this can be a journaling area here. That's what I would do, but I would probably maybe add a white, you know, like a white one here or something. Just my preference. It's, you know, okay if you don't. But again, look, beautiful, right? 2 more done. And we're like at, what are we at? 11 minutes, and that was for me fiddling through our pages. All right, so project number 3. So this one, we are going to need the paper that has the flowers on the back and then the stripes here. So we will need both of those sheets because it's a 2-page spread. And then of course the lines are important. We're going to want this directional this way. So making sure that orientation of both papers that you put on are the same. So we are going to use 5B, 7A, and those are my squares here, 7A, I think they're right here, yep, 7A, B, and C. And then we'll need E and F. I said that backwards, but you know, you got it. So that's going to be for the first one. So these will be here. This will be here. And those will be there. Quick and fast. So we're going to put that on the 4th line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is going to go right below that, and then there'll be just one line in between these guys. Excuse me. I always do a little extra for cardstock only because it's heavier. So Go below the fourth line. Make sure I have it in place. Whoop. You know, I don't know if you guys do this a lot, but I do it a lot. I stand up over my page and work on it, but I didn't want to do standing because my arms are going to be too much in the way. So, that is something that I tend to do only because it definitely helps because you're over the page and you can just see better, especially with your lines and such. I'm such an anal person with putting those things on. All right, so this guy, so he's going to go at the same line as this guy. I'm going to go right below, just maybe about a half an inch to 3/4, maybe in between here. And again, you want to make sure your orientation is the right way because it's easy to do, and you can pull it up. Definitely if you used repositionable, but you always want to pay attention to which direction these are going. So you don't want upside down bowls. Of course, you could turn it around and have the page differently, you know, the opposite direction, but it would be fine. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter that way. That one is an easy fix, but okay, so we're going to be right. Going to be one line down right in the middle of those. Right there. Don't you just love how fast these go together? I do. Because you technically can get so many pages done so fast. And like I was telling you yesterday on the other video, you can reduplicate these with different collections. And it doesn't even have to be a collection. It could just be your choices of papers and colors. So, you know, that in itself, I think we're a little bit off on this one, but that's okay. I'm not sure how that would have happened, but it did. I'm just going to pull that one up because that one would be a loner by itself. So this one somehow is very accurate, and the other ones were not. But it's, like I said, it is okay. All right, so perfect. Look, another one done. Wham bam. So let's move to the next one. Orientation is the right way. We are going to use 5A, 7G, and H. 7G and H. Okay. All right, this guy is going to go the same ones down right below the fourth line. Okay. And it's going to be right there. I love these papers. They are so cute. Okay. And the same thing, right below that fourth line. That one looks a little bit off. See, this is when standing up is the best. All right, perfect. Perfect. And then of course you're going to put your photos in here. And then on the, you can see that on the patterns, you can see that it tells you what size pictures will go in there. So there's no guesswork. So here's that page. This next spread layout. Pretty cute. Alrighty. So now we go to number 4. So number 4 is white background. Okay. We are going to need 8D, 8E, perfect, and then I got a glare, I can't see that. We need 5C. There we go. All right, so these, where I put an R at on them, that tells me that I'm using the reverse side of this piece of paper. Okay, so I'd be using that side. So that's that, and then we need this guy for that. Excuse me. And then polka dots. That is 6B. And again, got the R on it, so we're going to use the reverse side of this one. All right. So that will go there. That will go there, 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 and there. Okay. That guy goes there. And then there, you know, I forgot to I forgot to cut the little strip at the bottom off. How I missed that cut, I don't know. But it's an easy fix. I don't want to take my cutter back out, so. Okay, sometimes being left-handed, it's not always the easiest. So, there we go. Excuse me. Okay. I did cut that one. Did you see what I did by accident? That was really stupid, Denise. Sorry, guys. I accidentally used the wrong one. Oh, here it is. It slid right here. All right, I'm going to have to do some doctoring for this one. That is my fault. But it's an easy fix, no worries. Like I said, mistakes happen. But they're not horrible. They're always fixable. That's why I was a little questioned off of that, because it didn't make any sense that I did not have the measurement correct. Okay. Okay. Some of these are so cute on the back. That's why I always like to get 2 mat packs, so I have the ability to use both sides, because now I can't use these. But it's okay. I did not get a second one this time, which is kind of strange for me, but I didn't. But I recommend, when you have collections like this, that you actually do get that second mat pack, because it's just like getting a second paper pack, because you like those sheets so much. Sometimes we don't get to utilize having the other side, and I love both sides most of the time. So I always want to make sure I actually get a second one, so it's perfect, and we can have both of them and not worry about losing this really cool side, but it's alright, as I said. Alrighty, and then that goes there. Alright, so that's another one. Of course, they're very plain because we haven't done the decorating yet. But right now we're just putting them together so that we have them, and we go from there. Alright, so for this guy, we are going to need, which one? Oh, here we go. This guy, and then 2C, 6C, the reverse, and then that's 2C. Oh, I think I got that one, 2C. So then we need 8 F and G, and then that's it for that. So this one's going to go here, That's going to go there. That's going to go there. And these guys are going to go here. Whoops. All right, so we will start by making sure, like I said with the other ones, you want to make sure your 2-page layout is the same on both sides so you do not miss that. So that will go right there. And a lot of times if you have that nice little ruler, you can measure it down, but I don't have it with me right now. So okay. Then we are going to take, so I can pick it up, take 2C, I need some music in the background. It's so quiet. Oh, look, almost has the orientation wrong. See that? Like I said, it's an easy mistake you can do. I had the hearts upside down if you guys didn't notice. Beautiful. Oh, it's stuck to my finger. Okay. So again, I want to make sure these are in the right spot. I don't want my pages not looking the same. And also, this is when it comes in handy to have your sorry about that. Comes in handy for you to have your mats down, because you can also use that for your measurement. But again, all of that is in my she shed, and I don't want to go out there this evening. I love it out there, but my desk is a mess right now, and I really didn't feel like cleaning it off. And that's terrible, but it's the truth. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look at that. Happy hugs, ouch. Hugs make everything better. See, that's another one that, you know, you wouldn't be able to use if you didn't have a second mat pack. So definitely really like that. And I wish the orientation of it was this way, because I actually would use that. Wonder if I feel like changing it around. Nah, we'll just leave it. I'm not going to do anything different. But I will make sure I order another one for that purpose. All right, look at that. Another 2-page spread ready to go. You see how fast they are? All right, we are moving on to, like I said, we're going to go back and do the embellishments, so don't panic when you see me not doing those. We're going to go back. All right, so this guy, we are going to use, this is a 1-page layout. but we're going to do that one last. I'm going to skip down to number 6. Well, I could do number 5, but we're going to do number 6 first, just to get a lot of this extra stuff off my desk. Well, these are just one-page layouts. Well, I didn't bring any more white paper in, so we're gonna go ahead and do this guy. Here it is. All right. So we've got here, and then, oh, you know what? Never mind, I lied. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to use this sheet on the back side. And then 6A is going to go here, the frame. All right. And then here's my Band-Aid one. That. And then so this one you can, they give you 2 choices in here. You can either do it this way or this way, I think. Yeah, it just looks different on here, doesn't it? Yep, there it is. So it's not that way. My apologies. See, I'm not perfect. So this is the pictures right in here. But these look different colors, don't they? Which indicated to me kind of like it was going to be different. But all right, so we've got 6A, and then 3D, and that's it for this page. Pretty cool. All right. I'm going to roll this over now. With this paper, I am going to use my repositionable. Why am I going to do that? Because frames sometimes give you a major headache if they're just a little bit off and they crinkle, and so this will alleviate that from happening. And a lot of times what I do is I will turn the paper sideways, kind of fold over, don't wrinkle it, but fold over your side and go from the side first, making sure that it lines up. Now, can you hear me pulling on and off? That is because it's with repositionable tape. And then just let that fall over. You see that, how easy that was? I used to, a long time ago, used to fight like crazy with them, and they would drive me nuts because they would be just a little bit off, and it just nerve-wracking is what that was. So we're going to take 3D and I just love all these little verses on the bottom there. All right, so this is gonna go right in here. And then this one. And this one's simple. So he is going to go just a little bit in here. You'll see just a little bit at the opening there. Yep. and just a little off kilter, just a little bit. And then you'll have photo, photo, and photo, okay? But again, we're going to decorate in a minute. So that is that one. Number 6, which is our final page, we are going to get your heart sheet. You're going to use 4. All right, let me find these pieces. This is 5D. Remember, the little piece came off. All right, what do we have here? We have 4E, 4D, and again, that's going to be reversed. Then we have 2E, 7I. The glare on here is a little rough. 7D, this already has sticky stuff on it, so be careful. That's what I would tell you if you did that. And then 5D, again, we're going to mend that one. And 2D, and then the last heart piece. All right, let's get busy. We are going to, oh, you know what? These are white sheet. This is a white sheet. I really don't need that. I think I'm going to cheat. I don't want to walk away from the camera, and I only brought, I can't use that because I cut off a piece off of it. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I did. I cut a sheet off of that. So, all right, so we're just going to, I mean, I could use this and then just not use these, but then what am I going to do with that? I need the white background. All right, so we're going to stop for a moment because we're going to decorate these pages because I don't want to waste your time. All right, so we're going to go back to the front for project 1, which we did already. We did that one the other night. That already has its embellishments. So then let's go to these two. And on the first one, we've got, let me find it. Let's see. So we've got this desicle and the prescription thing, and then the other stethoscope, and the little heart. And that is it on that one. Well, it didn't come out that center. I wonder why they didn't cut the center out on that one. Oh, the wrong one. There we go. All right. He will go. I hate covering up the little hearts, but that's all right. And the little heart goes here. You can see how fast this is, guys. You have the pattern and it is good to go. I'm going to bring this one over a little bit. You could also lift these up with foam squares, but I'm not really interested in doing that on these. Look, simple. Look, isn't that so cute? Love it. All right, so that's that one. And then for this guy, you've got the nurse's scrubs and the nurse's hat, and then another little heart, and that's it for that guy. So he will go right here, and then right. Ooh, there, sticky. Right there, and then right there. Voila, that one. Oh, I didn't realize you guys couldn't see that. So here's the embellishments on both of those. So fast, so cute. All right, I'm going to put those at the bottom. The next one is number 3. I'm going to pick that one out. Bring that one out, and the first one is going to be this one. So we are going to need this one is with the, oh, you know what I forgot? My other embellishments. But we're not to that one yet. Moving ahead, guys. Too fast. All right, so I need to find my little soups and tissues. That's that. And then the stickers I'm going to need are the tissue box, the soup, the spoon. You see, I like to do that because instead of just picking them up. Okay, so that's it for that one. So we'll put here to here. The soup spoon and the tissue went under there. And then for the upper one, you've got a cup of tea or coffee. And then the tea bag, so it's tea. And then sick day. All right. So that's the tea bag, just a little bit overlapping on that. And then sick day. I think that's a little crooked, isn't it? Sure enough is. All right. Still, as I said, standing over top of it, I love to do. Okay, and then with our border here, we're going to put some extras. Now again, if I had my foam squares in here, I would have probably raised this up, but I don't have them in here, and I'm not going to fuss about it. I can, at a later date, pick it up if I want and put it back down with some foam squares. Alrighty. And we need to cut off piece of that. Right at the soup bowl. All right, that other one is going to go. The other one's going to go on the other layout. I feel like there's a little bit still hanging over right here. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. How adorable is that? Guys, if you did not get this collection, you really need to get it. It's so freaking cute. All right, so the other half will go right here. And we need to make sure, of course, like I said, we make sure they are lined up so they look right on the page. Otherwise, if they don't match, it doesn't look right. I think I'm just a little bit off right here. So just a little up. Perfect. All right, and then not many stickers on this one. So we've got a gut well and doctor's orders. And that will go up here, right there. And then this will go down here. And then of course, picture, 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 picture. So look, another one done. How adorable. Oh my gosh, I just love them. I know I keep telling you guys, but I just love them. Okay, let's put that one underneath. Then we're going to go to, we're going to skip that one because it, nope, I did those. They're right here. These guys on the white sheet. But the other ones I got to go back out and get another white sheet of paper so I can finish that up. So this one first. This guy we're going to use the sticker border. Right in the middle of that little space that you have. Make sure that's good and straight, and it is not. I think that's going to be good. Yep. All right. And then doctor's bag. We have UGG, and then ER, and then that's it for those stickers. We'll put those right up in here. I don't want to cover the crosses. So ER, and just a little bit over. UGG. And then this one is for the bottom of here. Typically, I would use my max tape on this, but I let someone borrow it at the last crop, and they forgot to give it back to me, so I have to get that later. But the max tape is really fantastic. It's very strong. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm sorry I'm getting out of camera. It's very, very strong, and they're great for cards. They're great for embellishments that you need that really heavy duty tape on. But I just put some extra of this on. I mean, it'll hold. I just like to make sure I have a little extra on that. Oh, I just love these. Just love these. Beautiful. Okay, the second one is going to be this half down here. And that's it, except for the border sticker. So let me find that. I'm going to go right in the middle. And I'm just going to do a double take to make sure. So I don't have to lift anything back up. And we are on target. Awesome. Beautiful. Got that one the first go. All right. And if you guys didn't notice, I am taping right on top of my page. That's really a no-no because you can get debris on something that you won't want torn off because it sticks to it. But I'm being very careful. I just want to be able to have you guys in the frame, so just being really careful. One here and one there. All right, very good. And this will go right on the end. And here we go again, not showing you what I'm doing. Whoops, pull that one up a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. I love this. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. All right, that is that one. We're gonna go back here. And then for this guy, we're gonna add him on. Like I said, I mean, I want to use the repositionable because it's just easier, but this is, you can't see me again. Lovely. This needs that extra stronger type tape. So it just takes a few extra minutes. Not even minutes, seconds really. All right, so there's a couple edges here that you just kind of want to fold under so they're not stuck out. All right, let's get them put on. And that is going to go right at the bottom of the frame right here. Yep. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna just make sure it kind of comes up a little bit to cover the very bottom part of the frame, just so that there's not too much busyness going on. All right, and these guys get some band-aids. So this band-aid and this band-aid, and then this guy. All right, so you have to kind of remember your pictures are going to go right there. So you'll probably have to, well, I know I will, lift up lift this up. So I'm just going to be really, really careful with putting it down just so it doesn't destroy anything. But when I put the little picture here, that will be that. So got a band-aid here. Same thing here when you get your pictures in there. You can, come on, there we go. When you get your pictures, you can put them on there. Okay, that one's going to go there. And that one right there. Great. Beautiful. All right, so that is that one. Now I'm just going to step away really, really fast. 1 second, and I'm going to go get a piece of white paper. So give me 1 hot second, because I want to do that last one with you. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so I have 2 choices here. I have one that has some holes in it, and I don't know. I think if I turn it around, I can use that, or I can use this. But this is the same paper, so I really want to kind of stay with the same texture. But this will be covered up, so we're not going to worry about that. That's the glory of doing that. So let's see. If I can't cover it, then I will use something else. Okay? So we're going to do this real quick. See if I'm going to be able to cover it. So that's going to go there. This is my reverse side, and remember, I gotta add this piece back on because I cut it by accident. That was really dumb of me, but it's okay. So I'm just kind of like doing it really quickly first to see if I can get away with using this piece here. And I might be able to. We're going to see. Because as you see, some of the holes are already covered. Oops. Nope. I'm not going to be able to because I have that. So that's that. But I might glue them together. But I'm not going to do that while you're on the thing. So we're going to go ahead and start here. I'm going to put this really quickly together because we have been busy today. Oops. Gave a little extra because I need that to really stick down, okay? I needed this side. Let's see if I can move it without doing too much damage. Here we go. All right, so he's gonna go there. Perfect. Good. There. No one will know that I made the boo-boo. All right. Perfect. All right, so now we need this other guy. I need my repo. And we'll leave a little space right there. Beautiful. And then we're going to put this down. We're using the reverse side of this. That's going to go there. I want to get my measurement here, so that's going to go there. That's going to go there. And here's my 2E. And that will go here. Let's see. I think this one's over a little bit because there's a sticker right there. All right. So out of the frame. Sorry. Yeah, this was a little longer, guys, but I have so much fun with these pages. Oops. I need to make sure I stay in the guideline. Lord have mercy. Like I'm drunk. Gotta. As I said before, that's why I like to stand up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Make sure I'm in line. Somehow I got a little bit off, but no worry. Okay. And here's my D. That's going to go right in here. Nope, that's not where that goes. I thought that looked a little small. Okay, that's going to go in here. Right there. And then this little guy is going to go here. Along with it. I think it's going to go over here, but I'm not going to stick it down yet. Then I need my mats. Let's be someone. Where is that one? No, it was by itself. Okay, Denise, where is it? Ah, here it is. Right here. Alright, so he's gonna go. He's gonna go about right there. Right there. And then he scoots a little bit under that. Just a little step down here. Not by much. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So cute. And then make sure your orientation's the right way. And then the wheelchair, the flowers, handle with care, and TLC. I forgot that this one has that will go right there. And the wheelchair. Is going to go there. The flowers. And the handle with care. Oh my gosh. So freaking adorable. So adorable. Look at that. Aren't they just so cute? I am just so in love with this page. This whole collection. I just love it. Okay, so that is it for that whole book. And let me tell you, let me have a seat here. What you have left is absolutely amazing. You've got all of these borders left. Look, for more pages. You've got these stickers left. You've got these borders left. You have all of these mats left. You still have 3 sheets of paper left. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a lot of product left for you to go on and make so many more layouts with this. So if you haven't gotten this collection, oh my gosh, please get it, because it is just fabulous. It really, really is. I can't wait to use these on some more layouts and save these, like I said, because most likely you'll have the same letters to use on other layouts. So I will link. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I will link this playbook in my my video at the bottom in the description, so that you can go on and use this playbook if you would like. So thank you for hanging with me. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these wonderful page ideas and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful layouts. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I made 10 pages. 10. And you still have all this stuff left. So, very good collection. I hope that you guys can get it. If not, use these layouts on another collection that's your fancy, because it's a great bunch. So thank you again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love you to subscribe to my channel. So again, thank you so much. You can find in the description of this video, you can find my website if you would like to buy from my website. That would be fantastic. And again, if you are not loved by another consultant, Can't believe I was going to say that. If you are not loved by another advisor, I would love to love on you. So let me be your advisor if you don't have one. And I will see you soon with some more videos. And again, thank you so much. I enjoyed you being with me, and we'll see you soon. Okay? Thank you again. Bye-bye.